Our business culture here in Nigeria still doesn't support refund very much, regardless of the industry. And same applies also to the real estate industry here in Nigeria. When you are buying a property, that you are buying from a real estate developer, a real estate company, or you are even buying from an individual, refund doesn't always come easy. Now, although a lot of real estate companies and a lot of real estate developers here in Lagos have integrated a refund policy in most of their contract of sales, a lot of investors are not familiar of what these clauses really interpret, how these clauses interpret, what they mean, and how they are going to be affected. But as usual, in this episode of Meet the Property Guy, we'll be analyzing the refund policies of real estate companies and real estate developers here in Lagos, and how you can prepare yourself against a lot of these refund scenarios. In case you are coming across a video like this for the first time, this Meet the Property Guy property channel, and this is where we discuss everything real estate. Either you want to buy, invest, or sell a property here in Nigeria, we share tips, guides, and advice on the market here, on the industry here, what to look out for, the risk, documentation, and so on. If this is your video, if this our first video that you are going to be watching, after watching this particular educative guide, you can also go to our previous topics, previous episodes, previous videos. There are a lot of topics that you have shared already that you are going to learn a lot from. So let's go into the topic: refund policies of real estate companies here in Lagos. Now, the first and most common refund policy that a lot of real estate developers here in Lagos integrate in their contract is charging an administrative fee. So usually they are going to refund your money after you have applied for refund. Maybe you have to give them 60 days, 90 days, or 120 days. Basically, you have to give them between 2 to 4 months, some even 6 months, for them to refund, and they are going to charge you an administrative fee, usually between 30 to 40%, which means that if you have paid around like 9 million, you should be expecting to collect like maybe 5.5 or 5.6 million after they remove their administrative charges. Now, this was like the most common, because a lot of real estate companies have tweaked that their real estate their refund policies right now, but some real estate developers are still using this particular clause where they charge an administrative fee or an administrative charge, and then you have to give them between 2 to 6 months for them to refund your money. Like I said before, refund in Nigeria doesn't come easy. Like, either you buy a phone, you buy a gadget, and electronic appliances, whatever industry, even if it's investments, stocks, mutual funds, or whatever industry that you are transacting with here in Nigeria, getting your money back doesn't always come easy. So the moment that you are going to refund, or you are going to the refund route, you should just mentally prepare yourself to face a lot of stress. And that's why I always advise investors, please, before you go into any real estate transaction, try to always have a financial backup. Before you buy a property or invest in a property of 10 million, ensure you have 20 or 25 million, so that if anything happens regarding that transaction, you have 10 or 15 million naira set aside to sort your financial emergencies. Before you invest in a property of 30 million, please have 50 or 60 million. So you have 20, 30 million naira in standby to sort whatever financial emergency that come up. Because refund doesn't come easy. Immediately you have keyed yourself into that transaction, that real estate transaction, you pay the deposits, getting that money back will never come easy. Particularly if a financial emergency came up and you need to get those funds out of that transaction, is never going to be easy. So having a financial backup, having a financial emergency will always ensure in most scenarios that you don't get into this refund or you don't go this refund route. Although some refunds are not the fault of investors, it's the fault of real estate companies. Maybe you buy a property, they are not delivering the project, or you buy a property, they were supposed to sort the documentation on that property, and then they didn't, and they started having issues on that property. Even regardless of all those issues, real estate companies, real estate developers here in Lagos are still not going to refund that easily. There are a lot of scenarios ongoing right now where a particular real estate company have not allocated clients land for like almost 1 or 2 years. A lot of the people that are applying for refund right now, although the company have accepted that it's going to give them the refund and is not going to charge them any administrative fee on it, it's going to give them full refund. But these funds have been with the company for like 2 years. They have turned over that money and made almost like ×2 of that money already. Now, the second refund clause a lot of real estate developers and real estate companies here in Lagos do is they're going to tell you that if you want to apply for a refund or get a refund, you need to get another client or customer that is going to buy that product, and once the person has paid up to the amount you have paid, the company will give you back your money. So what they mean is this, although how they're going to put it in their contract is going to be not going to be as straightforward as I said it. What they mean is, you buy a land or a house of 10 million, you paid 3 million, and you want to apply for refund. Another person need to buy that land or need to buy that house. The person will pay the 3 million, the company will pay you your 3 million, while the person will continue the subscription, which means that you need to find someone that is interested in that property before they can refund you. And that's like almost the common clause a lot of real estate companies here in Lagos are using now. So be prepared for that. And that's why I always advise investors, you need to do a risk assessment, risk analysis of any investment or real estate investment that you want to do. How can I lose my money? How can I lose this property? If this property is off plan, how can the delivery affect my return on investment? Okay, at the worst case scenario, everything does not work out, I want to get my money back. How much am I going to lose? So doing this risk analysis and risk assessment are going to prepare you beforehand for scenarios that have not happened, but you have envisioned it, you have prepared yourself even before you get into these scenarios at all. So that's the second refund clause by a lot of real estate companies that are going to require you to bring in someone else that is interested in that same property and that will continue from where you stop before they pay you back your money. Now, the third refund clause by a lot of real estate companies is they're going to tell you that the refund is by application and depends on the approval of the management. Usually, this refund or termination usually comes with investments. Maybe you are doing REITs, which is real estate trust funds, or you are doing land vest, buyback, cashback, and so on with a lot of these real estate companies. Most times the termination that I'm going to tell you depends on the approval of the management. So which means that you can't just terminate easily and get your money back. Even none of the clauses actually is easy or is stress-free. So this one, they're telling you that for you terminating that contract or applying for refund, it depends on if the company approves your refund based on whatever reason that you have. Now, there are a lot of reasons that can come up to refund. As I said before, it can be from your end. Maybe you got into a financial emergency and you can't continue that particular transaction anymore, or it can even be from the company's end, and it can even be from factors beyond both you, the investor, and the company's influence. A lot of things can happen, and then is beyond their control, is beyond your control also, and then you guys just have to terminate that transaction or terminate that contract. So you can see that I've shared like almost 3 different clauses right now, and if you look at it very well, none of it is easy, and that's why you shouldn't jump into any real estate transaction. Forget the promo, forget the discount. See, it's better they increase 1 million or 1.5 million now on that property than you have bought that property, you have paid like almost 5 million or 3 million and you want to get your money back. Trust me, it's not going to be worth it. So if you are trying to join the bandwagon of getting the promo price or getting the pre-launch price, or you are trying to ensure that they don't increase the money or whatever, you are just eventually going to put yourself into some tight corners, and then by the time you start the refund battle, it's not going to be easy. Trust me, it's never easy. No real estate company here in Lagos have resolved 50% of their refunds. All of them are guilty of that. That's just the basic truth. All of them are their client resolution in terms of refund is very, very poor. They will keep posting and posting and posting and posting and posting you. It's until when they have seen that you have been on their neck and you are ready to go some extra lengths, that's when they will start giving you attention. Ask people that are bought from some certain companies. So that's why it's better the promo offer ends. It's better their discount ends. It's better they increase the price of that property, and then you buy when you know that it's convenient. You are sure of what you are putting your money into. You have done your verification. You have checked your financial capacity. You are sure that you can actually meet up to this property, and the company can also actually deliver on what they have said they will deliver. Then you can go for it. Even if it means that you are going to pay more, it's better. Sincerely, it's better than you already paid in 10 million, paid in 20 million, paid in 15 million to the company, and now you now have to go the refund route. It's not going to be easy. That's just the sincere truth. It's not going to be easy. Now, the last refund clause by real estate companies here in Lagos is when they accept to refund your money without any administrative charge. It's always very rare, but it happens at times. I will tell you they are going to give you your money back without any charges. Maybe you are paid in 10 million, 20 million, 30 million, they are going to return your money for you. But trust me, if any real estate company is refunding you and not charging you any administrative charge, it's because they have turned over your money. There are a lot of scenarios where clients and investors have told me they bought so property from so company, and the company came back and told them, Oga, come and take back your money. We are not going to charge you an administrative charge on it, but this property we can't deliver it at this price again. So if you know you can't pay more, come and take back your money. We are not going to remove anything from it. They are fine with giving people back their money because those people have paid them. The money is with them 6 months, 8 months, or even a year. They have used that money to deliver the project for others and make more from that cash or from that investment. So they are willing to now return those funds without collecting any charge because they know that they have already got return on investment. So if they are giving you back your money and they are not charging you any administrative charge, just know that they have made money, that made a lot of you from that particular investment. So those are the different common refund policies, refund clauses by real estate companies here in Lagos. They either charge you an administrative fee between 30 to 40%, which is very common, or they tell you that you have to bring someone that's going to continue the subscription before they are going to refund you your money, or they are going to tell you the refund is based on management's approval, or eventually maybe after the money have been with them for like a year or 2 years, they can agree that they will refund your money without any charges. They will refund the actual value to you. So if you have experienced any refund challenge, any refund trouble, me myself, I'm living witness. I've experienced refund challenges and refund scenarios with real estate companies. So this is based on experience, personal experience. There are a couple of transactions I have done that we are on refunds. So I know this firsthand. So but if you are watching this video and you have had that same experience, you've been in that scenario also where you had to apply for a refund after buying a particular property or after going into a real estate transaction, please, you can also share your experience with us in the comment below. You might just actually be helping someone. You can also share how you eventually resolved it. Maybe the company paid you and removed their charges, or just have to find someone else to just continue the transaction. You can just share your experience with us in the comment below, and then also tell us how you eventually resolved it. Please, there is no need for you coming to my DM and telling me that you want to get your money back from a company. I'm not a lawyer, so there is no way I can help you with that, to be very, very sincere. All of us are facing it, so me too, I'm facing it with some certain transactions, so we are all on the same boat on that. So as you may your property planet, your property advisor, your property consultant, Rabi Mustafa, thanks once again for watching this video. If you find this educative, don't forget, churning in fantastic topics. Give us a thumb like, give us a thumb like if you find this very interesting and very educative. And thanks. See you next time.